out. New perspective gain from all the pain and stress. And when I do come back, I'm stronger than ever before. So kneel down this burden of peace. Look into my eyes. Now tell me the things you love about behind my back. If you listen me, my heart is hard to break down. It's to let go. I'm already it's going down.
Something's wrong, chat. Something is horribly wrong. I don't know how to tell you this, chat. I don't know how to tell you this, but something is deeply and horribly wrong. That is right, chat. I don't know how to tell you this at all, chat, but there's not that much news. What? Everything's quiet. What is going on, chat? Everything is quiet in the VTuber world. What? What is going on? What is going on, chat? I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I literally got... No. I got all my news together. And I'm like, oh my God, there's really not that much. And it's not that much bad news either. Absolutely insane, chat. I think today is the day that we actually have mostly good news. Well, absolutely crazy. Well, okay, not all good news, because we're going to talk about VTubers getting banned. We're going to talk about Twitch face scanning people. We're going to talk about Sinder coming... Okay, actually, maybe it's not all good news. Never mind. Maybe I lied. No Google Docies. No Google Docies today. Isn't that actually wild? Yeah, maybe I'm scared enough people. Yeah, maybe I'm scared enough people where they're like, ah, shit, no. We're gonna get Elara's news now. We can't be bad. We gotta make sure we don't act up. Yeah, okay, all right. Maybe I lied a little bit. Maybe there's a little bit more, but guys, kids, everything has already happened. That's so true, Vaporeon. Look, we love news, guys, where we don't have to absolutely just blow up at people and talk about mostly good things. We do have some bad stuff to talk about today, but is EVCO permanently banned? I do not know. Yeah, I'm not really sure. We are going to talk about that as well. But yes, guys, that is right. Sinder did come back, although very briefly. She is back just to celebrate her birthday. So we are going to look at that. I think anytime she comes back, people are like, wait, Cinder's coming back. Oh my God, wee woo. Sound the sirens. Cinder's returning. And you're like, guys, yeah, she's coming back. But I mean, it's, well, she's not permanently coming back. I'm just saying she came back, but it's not like she's like permanently back, right? So when you see these titles, please don't clickbait yourself. You know, come into it with a little bit of like expectation. Yeah, literally, it's that bit next. It's like Cinder's back, and then everybody just like runs around, you know, like in a circle screaming. It's like SpongeBob in his brain, where like everything's on fire. That is literally like the VTuber community and the Pyro Pups. Every single time. What's up, Burley? How are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, guys, we're also going to talk about VTubers being hacked like crazy. There's been a huge epidemic of poor VTubers being hacked and targeted. So we're going to talk about that as well. So I got to tell you guys, today is probably going to be a pretty short show. I really don't have a lot to talk about, which I think is good news, chat, right? We love, we don't have too many bad things to talk about. We have good things to talk about, debuts, but also a little bit about as well. So you get to the bomb shelter. Do you think we're about to ban the word Sinder? You know, the problem, pal, is people bring it up when it's not relevant. You know what I mean? Like, we'll be talking about like how Yomi's like the best piss tuber, and I'm like, all the Cinder is coming back. I'm like, bro, that has nothing to do with Yomi being the best piss tuber. That's right, chat. Yomi is a piss tuber. I just want to put that. Oh, hi, Yomi. How are you doing today? Really great to see you.
Brother,
wow, I just didn't see you there at all. Wow, that's crazy. So the stream is gonna be as short as Elara. The stream is gonna be as short as the timer that's left on the subathon chat. How about that? How about that? Well, you disrespect my favorite scientist like that. But I'm just telling the truth. Yeah, I'm just telling the truth. Well, you can't be mad that I told you the truth. Pal, just like that you only have one brain cell. Boom, get wrecked. I know, 9-hour stream, let's do it. No 9-hour stream today, chat. We're gonna do our normal stream today. Cause tomorrow we have Fortnite, and Friday we got more news. We're gonna talk about all the changes going on with YouTube, chat. Friday is gonna be a big stream because I gotta tell you, YouTube just threw down the gauntlet on Twitch. Oh my god, YouTube is literally, I gotta tell you, if you're a streamer and you're listening right now, you need to start multi-streaming to YouTube. If you are not streaming to YouTube, you are throwing money into the fucking fire right now, because YouTube has straight up said and set up stuff where they are going to be the next streaming platform to be on. You can literally stream horizontal and vertical at the same time, chat, and they're rolling it out very soon. Yeah, Sinder popped back in kind of like she does every once in a while. So YouTube is definitely going to be the place to be, chat. We're probably going to do a lot more YouTube-centric stuff. The ghost of Elara passed. Yes, chat, yes. I am the ghost of Elara passed. Woo! And today, chat, I have come to remind you all, don't order anything from Bishojo, or you'll never receive your merch. Ooh! Don't buy or give your money to any Bishojo, or Gunrun's gonna run away with your money. Ooh! Yeah, so yeah, be careful out there. Yeah, I died of food poisoning from Arby's. Realistically, that's probably the one way I'll actually die. It was her booba, Mr. Krabs. She was number one. I was number one. I mean, I think really Yomi is number one, but do I really need to state why Yomi's number one? I don't think so, right? I think you guys know why Yomi's number one. Ghost of Elara's past should be Elara. Bro, Elara's never making a return. Shut up. In his birthday, she was just thinking her fans her birthday. Yeah, it literally is like not that big of a deal, but I've seen people report on it. And guys, I'm gonna run in there and scream. Okay, do it. Yeah, do it. Oh, wait, hold on. Ooh, I am the ghost of Elara Pass. Ooh, make sure you go follow and subscribe to Yomi, or I will tell Santa that you're a bad person, and he will put you on the naughty list. Ooh, this guy stinks. Yeah, go support Yomi. We love Yomi around here. Let the queen farm, please. Nah, like, everybody's gonna talk about it. Look, I gotta talk about it. And the reason I'm gonna talk about it is kind of like a little counterintuitive. Like, I want to tell you guys it's happening, but I also want to make sure that I downplay it a lot, because it's really not that big of a deal. And everybody's gonna be like, Cinder's back. Oh my god, everybody lose your mind. Cinder's coming back. It's just like, guys, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. But, you know, I gotta do my part. I gotta report on what's important. I gotta downplay stuff when it's not that important, and report on things when they are important. So everybody go out crazy style dial. So true. All right, run for your lives. Run for your lives, chat. Run to the hills. Sinner's one of those people that just wish me better decisions. Somebody who's a power pup. I just wish it wasn't just acting friendly and stuff as a hidden face who she really was. Yeah. I mean, like, all right, so Leah, I want to talk about it since we're on this subject of Sinder. If you guys are okay to talk about Sinder, type 0, because I do want to talk about something that I think a lot of people don't really mention when it comes to Sinder, right? So it's been about what, 5 months? About 5 months since everything has happened, right, chat? And so, oh my god, gamers. So this is what I want to talk about, right, chat? I want to talk about redemption and second chances, right? So let's talk about it for a second. So I think that sorry, I punched my microphone, fuck. I think that everybody deserves a second chance, right, chat? Everybody deserves a second chance. However, I do feel like, you know, the person that most of us were maybe a year, 2 years ago, right? We are very different from that point we are right now, right, chat? I don't know about you, but if you look at how I stream from a year ago, or who I was a year ago, versus now, I think I've had a lot of growth and a lot of change in my personal life. I think that we can all pretty much agree on that, right, chat? A lot of people change within a large amount of time, especially if you are pointed out as like, hey, you've done this really bad thing. You shouldn't do that anymore. And you change, right? You adapt, you move on, you become a better person, so on and so forth, right? So I want to ask all of you. I want to ask all of you. Well, what do you think is an appropriate amount of time to truly and honestly change as a person? Like how much time do you think that requires? Lara deserves a second chance. Let's not forget she was blonde. Well, what do you think is like the appropriate amount of time? 500 years? Bro, what's up, Kim? Let me see here. I agree with you, McCoy. That is my guess, right? Like a year, maybe 2 years. Less than a month? No, that's not enough time. I would say a year to 2 years takes that amount of time to really change, really adjust, really become a better person, right? You gotta put your actions into words, right? So actions have to follow the words. So I think, chat, I think that when we look at each other, right, when we look at how much we've been through as individuals, right? I think that she could realistically come back in a year or two. She's gonna have an uphill battle, but I promise you there will still be people that will support her regardless of what she did. Guys, I mean, I don't like to do apples to oranges comparisons, but let's not confuse anything, right? What she did is not even close to as bad as what like let's say like Adora did, right? Like Adora's actions are 5,000 times worse, right? So I think realistically Cinder will come back maybe next year, the year after that. I think there does need to be that waiting time, and there is going to need to be proof in the pudding that he has changed, right? But I think that everybody deserves a second chance, and obviously from somebody that was very that was definitely not on Cinder's side about this. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like what she did to other people. I definitely don't support that type of behavior. But like you said, that's my point, Kamori. He did not break any laws, right? So I think that is a big differential, right? Hers was very much a moral battle, where a lot of these other things we looked at are actual like legal battles, right? So I don't want to defend her actions because I will never do that. But I think that she will come back, and I think a lot of people will welcome her with open arms. And I think that for everybody here, right, we had to tailor our expectations that eventually she is gonna come back, right, chat? You know what I mean? Like, she's gonna come back. It's gonna happen. I don't think she's ever gonna permanently graduate. So we'll definitely see kind of how that goes. I mean, maybe, I don't know, Bimboos, I don't want to get into her financial situation, obviously, because I don't know. But yeah, there are people way worse than Cinder that still have a career. So that is something to think about. And I think that also it's not up to us. It's up to the other people, right? Like, well, let me give you like a hypothetical multiversal timeline, right, chat? And just go with me for a second, okay? Again, this is a hypothetical, etc., right? Yeah, very fair, Nate. So, hypothetically, chat, let's say that Cinder comes back after a year, and she's like, oh my god, I've been working on myself, I'm really sorry. I've done some really horrible things, and, I want to apologize to everybody. And everybody, even publicly, Bao, Shy Lily, everybody, right? It's like, you know what? We accept your apology. I know you posted one, but I think that now you've had time. We're a little bit more willing to accept it, and so on and so forth, right? So, what if hypothetically there is that timeline where she comes back and she gets into good graces of everybody that she, quote unquote, like wronged, right? I mean, it could be one of those things, right? It could happen. So I know we're gonna keep things Cinder pop up, right? For her anniversary, for her birthday, all that kind of stuff. But realistically, Chad, I guess you have to ask yourself, are you okay with her having a second chance, right? To be honest, she needs a lot of time off to improve herself and become a better person. That's my thoughts. Um, and only you can decide what you think about it, right? I can't tell you to forgive Cinder, right? That's all on you. But I think that looking at the bigger streamers, right? Their words are the most important because they're the ones that were wrong, right? And actions always speak louder than words. So anyway, I just wanted to like briefly mention that because um I think it's something that's important, right? People do change over time. I think people can do better, but you have to allow them to do better first off. And then also at the same time, like you still have to hold people accountable for the things that have happened in the past. So I mean, I think that when things happen like maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, guys, let's be honest, unless it's really, really horrible, it's kind of irrelevant at this point, right? So I think if maybe with enough time, maybe she'll improve herself. All her friends are able to forgive her, they'll give her another chance. Exactly. And I'm kind of in that same mindset, Shepard. I think that um it's not really my place to forgive her, right? Like she didn't like personally attack me, right? But I will say this, somebody that started next to Spite. Spite and I were really good friends when we both started, right? We were always talking about strategies and TikTok and things like that. Like Spite and I were really good friends when we first started streaming, right? You see the stuff that she did to Spite really, really pisses me off. It rubs me the wrong way. So, all the good that came from this situation for Spite, I think this Spite absolutely deserved all the support, even beforehand, right? So, I'm really happy that she got the love that she always deserved as a streamer, but that really upset me. That was the one part for me that just crossed my lines. But again, it's not for me to forgive her, right? It's for everybody else. So, well, Spite literally did come before Cinder. Like, she literally existed before her. But yeah, I give it to me. When you're about Lily's and other friends, it puts on it first. Because I do not want to give her another chance, but not at this. Oh, I do want to give her another chance. At this point in time, give her maybe a year or two to reflect how she was. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel too. Also, good morning, guys. How are you? Hope you're doing great. I'm so excited that we've had no audio issues for the past couple days. Can we get some W's in the chat? I'm so happy that we finally fucking fixed it. It was driving me nuts, chat. Cinder should have been sent to the pirate ship. Yeah, maybe so. Assuming said apology was clearly genuine, not just saying what we want to hear, I would like to accept it as a former pirate pup. Please say it's not up to me, yeah. I mean, who are former pirate pups here? If you don't mind outing yourself, just type one in the chat. You said it. I know something's gonna happen later. No, it's good. It's good. It's good. Except me punching a microphone. Everything is good. Everything's great. A lot of former pyro pups here. So let me ask you all, because I think it's very skewed on social media. I see the pyro pup Twitter all the time. So let me ask you a question. Would you, as a pyro pup, only for the pyro pups, would you, as a former pyro pup, be willing to forgive Cinder and allow her to come back? As a fan, right? As a true fan, as a real pyro pup. I mean, I'm not a pyro pup, right? I never really watched Cinder. I never really, cared about her content. Like, she was just not somebody on my radar, right? It wasn't like good or bad, right? Maybe take some time with Yawa time. I feel like a lot of people are, especially like there's a Twitter. They're called like let me double check what it's called again. I forgot. The Pyro Pup Center, right? And I love the Pyro Pup Center has created a place for all of the former fans, right? I think that's great. However, I don't want to disillusion ourselves by saying, oh, like, Cinder is perfect. When she comes back, we're gonna pretend that nothing is wrong. Like, I don't think that should be the case, right, chat? I think that he should be allowed to come back when enough time happens for her to personally improve. And then the Pyro Pups, as fans, right, could almost like, in a way, like hold her accountable, right? But like, hey, like, we support you and we're glad that you're changing and we want you to be better. We're going to keep an eye on you though. We're going to hold you accountable as a fan that you are going to do better, Because I don't think like blindly supporting her regardless what happens is necessarily the right call here, chat? Only she's honest in the mistakes she makes. Yeah, absolutely, Baka, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like, unfortunately, some people pretend like nothing happened, right? I think there's a lot of, naysayers out there. They're like, oh, nothing ever happened. The proof is fake, this and that. Which, I mean, that's what you truly and honestly believe, You do your thing in your corner of the internet. I'm gonna do mine. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you about it anymore, but it depends entirely on how she comes back. She's actual apology and such and avoid accountability. And then yes, we'll give her a second try. Well, one thing to remember, Blood, is she did apologize in her final document, right? I think one thing to acknowledge that I will give her credit for is a lot of people that like naysay, right? They're like, oh, she didn't do anything wrong. Well, to be fair to Sinder and to give her some credit, she basically she canceled herself, right? And what I mean by that is she admitted fault. You know what I mean? So like she took that accountability and she stepped away. So I think in that way, that is at least to her credit. She did take responsibility and she is stepping away to a degree, right? Obviously, there's a little bit more to it, but she did at least take accountability and step away. And so I feel like that is at least one positive. Because let's say she comes back, right? She's like, oh, I stepped away immediately. I realized I fucked up and I want to improve. I think that is a better look overall, right? I feel like to an extent she waited until enough happened that some people forget. She does a real apology to be a start. Yeah. I mean, that's a fair point, right? Maybe this is more to see if people forgive. We don't know. We have no idea right now, but I do think that the truth kind of falls somewhere in between, right? There's like extreme forgiveness, like, oh my God, Cinder, you can do no wrong. And all the way between, I'll never forgive you, Cinder, you're a horrible person, right? Like, I think the truth is somewhere in between where it's like, let's see if she does better and she changes and she is able to work out those relationships with other people. And if she's able to get their, give them an apology and they accept it, right? Because again, we can be upset, but it's not for us to, really like make that decision, right? I mean, that's why I said to a degree, Lucian, because like, you did take accountability to a degree, right? So I think there's going to need to be a better apology, but I remember reading it. It just seemed like she kind of like, she's like, yeah, I'm sorry, but. And it's something that my Papa Lara told me is you never follow up an apology with but. And I agree with that. I agree with that. You don't be like, oh, I'm really sorry, but. You never do that. You just say, look, I'm sorry, I fucked up. That's it. Wise words of Papa Lara, by the way. We're talking about Cinder coming back. We can't discount the possibility she's using a strategy to do exactly what she did. Made massive damage, immediately mid-fall, drop off the map. Really, he dies down and quietly come back. I mean, it could be the case. We'll see. I think we just need to look at everything that's going on and be like, be understanding for the fact that no apology is perfect, right? You also never go looking for an apology to be perfect, right? Yeah, walk, thank you. Because you'll constantly find something to nitpick, resulting in you getting angrier, exactly. So, I do think that the truth is somewhere in between. But we do need to talk about it, considering that, she has to keep making appearances, right? It's kind of like, she keeps popping her head up. So I think there is a realistic expectation that she will make a comeback eventually, right, chat? Insecurity and low self-esteem make people do dumb things. Everyone with these issues has made mistakes. I'm just like her. Also, what irks me is Nano is just as guilty. Yeah, they gotta pass this bullshit. What exactly did are you talking about when Nano was kind of like pressured, and they kind of like went along with it? If she wants to come back after some time, I have no real issue with that. I mean, I believe in second chances too, so I think unanimously everybody kind of agreed with Nano not really being like attacked, just because they were being pressured by somebody that was a lot bigger than them and trying to deal with it. So I think we all pretty much unanimously agreed that Nina was not really at fault. But, I know some people have a different thought process about it. I mean, and it's fine if that's your opinion, like that's totally okay, right? But my opinion is the opposite of that. But, that's fair. If you really think that that is what happened, well, you have every right to believe that if you want to. Yeah, like for me, like I'm not gonna put any blame on Nana. I'm interested in seeing if in or how they're gonna redeem themselves. Absolutely, same here, Dark. The manipulators are due some grace given their position. Exactly. Like you're not there, right? You don't really know what they had to deal with. It can be really, really stressful. So while I understand your point and I do empathize with your viewpoint, I disagree. My question is, have they learned or do they feel entitled to just pick up where they left off? We'll see. We'll see soon, Jam. We'll see soon. We'll see soon eventually. I think Cinder, looking at like what's going on in the timeline, right, chat? I will tell you, I think inevitably he's gonna come back. I think it's just inevitable. It's just a question of when at this point. Oh my god, not a completionist strategy. Oh god. That was horrible. That was horrible. Yeah, I really, really hated how he treated that. Yeah, absolutely, Ninja. So, again, I don't want to dive into um, the whole like situation again. I'm gonna be honest, I'm tired of it. We've already talked about it a million times, but I mean, you think it's possible she rebrands? I don't think so. I don't think so, Ammo. I think her voice is pretty recognizable. You'd be like, imagine if I tried to rebrand chat, like that shit would just not fly, like people would find me in a second. So I feel like she's too big for that. I don't think she'd be able to rebrand. If somebody really enjoyed her content, that whole story made me sad. Yeah, I mean, she. At the end of the day, remember, chat. Like, she is the one that, said she was guilty and apologized, and she, self-canceled herself, right? Because, remember this, chat. Let's say hypothetically she continued to just do what she was gonna do, right, and just continue to go on. Well, she probably could have got away with it if you really think about it, chat. If you really think about it, she doubled down and said, it's my boyfriend's fault. I didn't do anything and just kept going. She probably could have actually got away with a lot of it. Now, would she lose a lot? Absolutely, but she still would have gone. Most Vtubers will be unseen on Cinder Return. I mean, Guardia, I like to think, so realistically, chat, like, let me ask you a question before I say this. Do you consider me a drama tuber, yes or no? And it's okay. I don't, whatever your answer is totally fine, but I'm interested to hear your opinion. Do you think I'm a drama tuber, yes or no? Yeah, she could have weathered it. Exactly. Well, I appreciate that. And I know that drama, like, I may be a little bit of a hot take when it comes to drama tubers, news tubers, etc. I like to put everybody in one basket. So drama tubers are in one, and the news tubers in like I don't know, like reporters are in another, right? Drama tubers are the ones that very much like clickbait you. They kind of don't elaborate. They just drop the news, and kind of like don't use sources that are unverified or don't really describe anything. They just kind of like, it's just reviews. It's just your clickbait, right? So that's drama tubers, right? News tubers are the people that kind of like report on stuff. They talk about it. They give it to you in a way that's kind of like I'm trying to think of this no bias in it, right? I would say to me the perfect news tuber out there, chat, is Lydia. Lydia is like the shining example of a true news tuber, right? She reports the news. There is absolutely no bias. She just tells you about it, and that is it, right? She, to me, and false, right? Those are like the shining examples of newstubers, right? So there's another category that I would put people like me, Rima, Parrot, Kasahana, people like that, right? And I would say like I don't know if this is the correct word, but like VTuber news commentary, right? So like we comment on the VTuber news, we report on it, but we also throw in our opinions and stuff like that, right? Well, there's a lot of great news tubers. Yeah, there's a lot of really, really good ones. Really, really good ones. You should certainly check them out when you have the time. Especially if you just want, like, you want the news, like, by itself. I do really think that Lydia is the best way to go for that, you know? Or a false ID. Those are really, really good ones. But yeah, like, so I wouldn't say you're my go-to for news in the community. Absolutely, right? And it's totally okay. Like, if you want the news, like, just the news, no like, bias, and just straight up, like, this is what's going on. Leading and false are the people for you, right? For me, like, right, I try to pride myself on always playing devil's advocate. So try to cover both sides. Obviously, like, I am a bit biased. I think everybody has bias, right? And I'll tell you my opinion, but I will at least try to play devil's advocate. You know what I mean, chat? Yeah, Skull, we talked about the almost a week ago. Yeah, it's been a while, but we talked about that about a week ago. Lydia's honestly better than false because I like her editing style. Sure, absolutely. So, but to go back to what you were saying, right? The drama tubers and the news tubers and all that, people are gonna hop on it. Absolutely, right? Everybody has intention, right? Whether it's good or bad. Some people have intention to inform you, right? Like false and Lydia. Some people like Rima and I, we wanna our intention is like to discuss it, right? We want to discuss it and talk about it and say our opinion and hear from you guys. Like that's our thing, right? And then other people maybe out there, you know, it's more drama, right? So I would say your commentary channel before drama creators, since you cover news and events. Right, exactly. Like I think truly and honestly, my like banner is like VTuber news commentator. Like I talk about it, but you know, I'm willing to give you my side and stuff like that. So what's up, color me happy? How are you? Firstly, some people are way too biased for my taste. Absolutely, right? Like there are people out there that are very, very biased, and it makes it hard to truly and honestly report on it. But that is a completely separate thing, right? But one thing I want you all to realize. Hold on, let me take a sip of my drink, and I'll tell you something else before we talk about news. I mean, I try not to, Kaiju. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm gonna give you my opinion, right? You can disagree about it, whatever, but I want you all to know that when you hear the word newstuber, right? Newstuber is generally a very negative connotation word in our community chat. It's a very negative connotation word. A lot of people really do not like newstubers. A lot of people don't want
I think of
things to be
people
talked
like
about.
Under the T, or people who don't put effort to have
Sure,
integrity. Someone
absolutely.
Who puts out
I get you,
sloth
Tuxedo.
content or has an agenda.
Sure, absolutely. So I want you to know that news teaming sadly has a really bad connotation, right? Yeah, like people basically, if you get put in the newstuber category, right, you are considered controversial. You're considered like a bad person, essentially. Like you're morally corrupt. And I think it's really sad because we need more people talking about stuff, right? Like, let me ask you a question. Yes, we talk about negative stuff, but don't we also talk about good stuff, chat? So how many of you have looked at, be honest, chat, so be honest, type 1 if this has happened to you. Have you ever got information about a debut here and actually gone and watched that debut? If you have, type 1. Hi, Maple, how are you, kitty? What's up? Welcome in, sweetheart. And that seems like a decent amount of people, right? I mean, that's at least like 10 people that typed 1. So, But my argument, chat, would be that I think that is fantastic because there is some good that comes out of news reporting, right? So, I think a lot of people look at this so negatively all the time, right? But news tubing can do a lot of good. But sadly, people don't really want to have that conversation, right? It's just like, oh, you're a news tuber, you're garbage. Like you're a horrible person, right? And sadly, I really hope we're able to move away from that because we want to talk about stuff, chat. There's a lot of interesting topics to talk about and have a discussion. So I encourage all of you, especially like I see this on Twitter all the time. I had somebody like the other day, they were like, I commented on a thing. I was like, hey, like, I want to be part of this event, right? And this person was like, oh no, like you're too controversial for that. And I'm like, but why am I controversial? And they're like, because you cover news. And I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, just because I talk about stuff doesn't mean that, like, I'm automatically controversial. I mean, I can see why people might think that, right? Like, maybe I share an opinion that you don't agree with, and that's fine, right? I accept naturally that by doing news, I'm just considered controversial. I don't try to fight that label, chat, but I do question why people think that is, Like, inevitably, I know what's gonna happen. Like, trust me, I just know that's how the space is, so I think I accept it, but I just wonder why people always think that, right? It's very interesting to me. I think maybe because you share opinions, and like a lot of people are scared to share opinions, too. And like Maple, I think that sharing opinions is okay, right? As long as it's not something like harmful, right? Like something like horrible or like racist or bigotry or things like that, right? Like obviously there's a difference between like an opinion and like something that's like hate speech, right? But I think the one thing that I've always grown up with and something that I've always been passionate about is having a discussion, whether we agree or disagree, right? How are we supposed to become better people if we don't have conversations, chat? How are we supposed to learn from each other unless we have conversations, right, chat? You have to talk to each other and you have to be able to be willing to disagree with each other in a healthy and friendly way or you're never going to learn. Like, it makes no sense. News when presented in a forward way in a biased way is important, absolutely. And I'm not going to claim that my stuff is like unbiased, right? Because I know my stuff is a little unbiased, right? But I'm not out to like just flat give it to you, right? Like, I'm gonna give it to you and I'll give you my opinion. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch. Like, that's the end of the story, right? But I hope that you will watch and have a conversation with me, chat. That's always what I want. Yeah, I mean, people just complain about news because it just goes on, right? Like, I don't know why we continue to redirect the focus of news to the people talking about it instead of typically about the people that do it, right? So, like, let's say hypothetically, right? We're talking about Sinder, right? We're talking about, oh, like Sinder fucked up, all this stuff. People will often redirect their anger towards the people talking about it, right? Not to the person that actually did it, which makes no sense to me. So, like, I don't know, chat. I just, like, sometimes I really, I don't understand how people think about news in general, right? And I've already accepted this a long time ago. Guys, please don't, like, feel sorry for me or, like, be like, oh my god, I'm so to deal with that. Like, guys, I've accepted this a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like, I know that by talking about news, people are just not gonna like me automatically, and that's fine. This is what I love to do, and I'm not gonna let other people ruin my passion, right? I don't know how we got onto this topic, by the way. I'm really sorry I went on a tangent, but I guess I'd like to wrap it up. Like, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you all being here to have a conversation. Thank you so much for that. Good news, Anchor Reporter. Somebody expresses their side of the story, but we equally treat those with differing opinions with respect and understanding. Absolutely. I mean, like, I'm wrong sometimes too, right, chat? So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm wrong sometimes too, chat, and, I'll correct myself if I am. So, one thing strikes me is that you don't see streamers talk to each other. I'm always thought it'd be interesting to see Asmongold and Penguin bounce off each other. It's pretty cool to get them reacting to each other's videos. Yeah, I mean, like, Kaiju, so one thing I've tried to do is bring people on for interviews when I can, when possible, right? When it's very, like, questionable type thing. So I agree with you. I would agree with you, though. I do want to see more of that. But you gotta remember, there's a lot of nuance in that, right? Yeah, like a lot of nuance in that, because talking to certain people, people would look at you and just like, oh, you're a horrible person, right? Because you collab with Asmongold, right? People just automatically assume you're a really, really horrible person. So you just gotta keep that in mind, chat. So, alrighty, let's do a little bit of news, chat. If you're ready, everybody type news. Also, is everything sounding good on your end, chat? Everything good? Sound good? Music good? All good? Yeah, literally, people like, NewsTubers, you suck. You know, people just do not like NewsTubers, chat. Just the way it is. Just learn to accept it. So, chat, I want to give you a little bit of a heads up. Something a little bit more personal, but my debut is officially locked in as October 11th, chat. October 11th. So please, write it down on your calendar, please. Please, chat, please. Yes, it's officially locked in October 11th. So, super, super excited for my new model. I have so many things planned, chat. You're just not ready. Like, so you remember my last debut, chat? It's literally double that. Like triple that. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild, chat. So I really hope that you will come by for it. It's gonna be amazing. So first up, chat, I do want to talk about ban suspensions, YouTube issues, the normal section. We'll talk about hiatuses, all the other stuff. So first up is Chibidoki. Unfortunately, guys, Chibidoki having a bit of some issues here. So this is kind of crazy. Chibidoki going on to say, hey, Team YouTube, I can't help but notice I got an entire YouTube video ad restricted because of 2-second moment where I kill an NPC in Dark Souls. Yes, so did you play Dark Souls? Yeah, no. Nope, sorry. You're too graphic. Like, like that's the entire game. I may be punished for playing Dark Souls. I kill like 10,000 guys in the video, but you get mad at me for killing a random guy to start. Did you like personally know him or something? I feel like this is a bit much and I would like an explanation. Thanks, buddy. I'm sorry for killing your homie. I love Chibi. Bro, I love how Chibi like addresses stuff. It's so fucking funny, dude. Just like, was that your homie? Like, oh, I'm sorry I killed this one NPC. Did you know him? And literally just adds Team YouTube. I love her so much. I love her so much. So, she also has had some other ongoing issues, sadly, chat, where, this thumbnail was deemed, too violent. And of course, this, ended up in being demonetized, right? It's an issue of offensive topics. I'm playing Garden of Bonbon. What is offensive? Please give me timestamps. There's topics like eating disorders or violent, controversial issues, which, is clearly not the case, right? So, she's adding to YouTube. It seems like YouTube is cracking down, sadly, on Chibidoki in particular here. So, if you do want to help, yeah, killing patches is just base, but if you do want to help Chibi, you can at Team YouTube, and I think that would probably be something if you want to make a difference yourself, that would help Chibi out. So, on her way to getting her stuff remonetized and those kind of restrictions removed. You know what I mean? So, in other news, guys, really sad to tell you that Borasha has been banned. That is right. This is her third ban now. I think, sadly, Twitch is not a fan of horror type content, and so because of that, they do seem to go after Borasha every once in a while. Yeah, YouTube is just envious of Chibi's aura, right? Exactly. Exactly. So, really sad to see, chat. I hope she gets her account restored soon. That does kind of suck. Borasha has her model and like her content is kind of based around Vor. So I think just Twitch really doesn't like it. It kind of sucks. On top of that, guys, Minnie was also banned as well, chat. Minnie saying, I guess Twitch decided to say goodbye to me too. I put in for the appeal since I didn't do anything outside of TOS for the letter, but we will see. So haven't heard anything back, but yeah, I haven't heard anything about this one. I mean, it's already over, but Minnie did get hit again for 1 day ban. So hopefully they're good, but it looks like they appealed and were denied. Very typical, you know, Twitch fashion, right, chat? In other news, even crazier, chat, Ebico has also been banned as well. Wow, Twitch, wow. Ebico has been banned, chat. Ebico going on to say, no, who snitched? Niova saying, no, for the shrimp. Yomi says, no. Pixie says, no. Vampy says, wait, what? Now, I will tell you why this happened, chat. I will tell you why this happened. So I like this meme. It perfectly wraps it up. Banning near naked streamers, bending over to flash lips, just couple subs on a whiteboard. Whiteboard, banning a VTuber for putting 11 secret herbs and spices on her fat naturals. So, there's a clip. I can't show it to you, but Evie got her cleavage out. She was pouring some like spices like down her cleavage, kind of poking her boobies a little bit, and I think because of that, ultimately Twitch decided to take the shot on her. So I do think that's very much a double standard. In the case that Twitch is a lot harsher on clips that are not even close to as bad, yet lighter on people that do a lot more. You know what I mean? Like, I will say that focusing on the booba and cleavage is probably the reason why Twitch just fucking hates titties, especially close up. But sadly, again, this is a double standard because there are people that do a lot worse, that get banned for less or don't even get banned at all. And Ebico is just, you know, gets hit really hard for doing like one small thing, right? So, as always, I gotta call out the hypocrisy of Twitch. Gotta call out the hypocrisy, chat. So let's go take a look here at some debuts, graduations, all that stuff. Then we'll talk about. We're gonna skip down to indie news immediately as our start. So first up, chat, we got some people coming back from hiatus, which is good. So AC says, after talking with some friends, I decided to not let people who try to bring me down win. I don't want to go on a hiatus and lose to the progress I made in the past few months. I worked hard to get where I am, and I won't let a few threats bring me down. So I think that's great. So they're ultimately not going on a hiatus, which is great. I know we also talked about Lava. Lava is actually returning from their hiatus as well. We reported on this back on August 21st. So that is fantastic to see them back. So, you know, welcome them back with open arms, chat. Absolutely, Fluffy. Absolutely. In other news, guys, Himino is going to be taking a bit of a hiatus. I've come to my decision to indefinitely suspend my streaming activities. I'm also temporarily going on hiatus from content creation. When I return, I'll be creating content such as music videos, music-related shorts, and hosting maps. So please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So wish them all the best. As a member, Lucid, they're very, very sweet. So give them a little bit of love, chat. In other news, guys, Mocha, coming from Catalyst, is also, as of September 28th, I'll be ceasing live streaming activities. I'll continue as active member of Catalyst, and will occasionally release music on my own, but I will no longer be active in live streaming. So really taking a step back to do more content creation, as opposed to live streaming in itself. Definitely makes sense, you know? So it's cool to still be like affiliated with them, so I think that's great. So again, wish Mocha all the best, chat. Yep, exactly, Tuxedo. In other news, also looking here at Yukiko. Yukiko says, don't worry, this isn't a graduation. While I want to retain my privacy, know that something happened and caused my personal life to change drastically. While I recover, I try to put out some content to tide everyone over, so I feel back up to regular streaming. So they are going to be taking a little bit of a break. So obviously, wish them the best. I hope they feel better here pretty soon. And then finally, guys, let's take a look here. Akura, if I can open the fucking link, like what the hell, dude? No, I've not covered it yet. Give me just a minute, Berkey. So, here, coming here from Akura, she says, I know some of you may be wondering where I have been. Well, the truth is I fell out of love with my OC and lost motivation for streaming due to my mental health. That being said, I don't want to consider this a full graduation because I do hope to be able to stream again someday with my new OC and persona that I feel more connected to, but that won't be until much later in the future when I'm more financially stable and have steady income. I want to make sure I do it right with more consistency and be smarter about managing my money. So I won't be going away. If anything, now that I have a weight off my shoulders, I will be lifting. I'll feel more comfortable being active again. I'm not just as the succubus cat girl you all know me as. So it seems like they're just going to be waiting around for their new, models. So wish Akira all the best. It seems like a lot, but you got to remember this is like a few days worth of hiatuses and graduation. So just gotta keep that in mind. Yeah, I know it kind of looks worse than it actually is, though. But I definitely get where you're coming from. Sorry, if I ever stop talking, chat, I'm just taking a sip of my drink. Coming here from Karu says, but dear, the Karutel, I love that. That's a funny, community name. I've been streaming since I was a little small elf, and I have grown up chasing a dream of becoming the next big VTuber. Unfortunately, a lot of the passions I've had for the stream has faded. I'm unless to join drawing and doing fun stuff on stream. I burnt out. By the time you're reading this, my last stream has ended. Sorry for not giving you guys longer heads up. I didn't want a big send off. I've had so much fun, and I hope you guys have fun too. I'll still be alive, so please look forward to what I do next. So, wish them all the best, guys. It does look like they graduated. Something is going to be coming in the future, so hope the best for the fellow elf, Karu. I know we can talk about good stuff, chat. Yeah, we can talk about the good stuff now. So, Lulu Lasso, our favorite Gyaru cowgirl, did get YouTube partner. Congratulations to them. Lulu is so sweet. I've known her for a very, very long time. Actually got to work with her when she was part of Nexus. She's very, very sweet. So, big congrats to her. Yes, big W. Also on top of that, guys, Bluesin also getting that big Twitch partner. Dr. Stein, thank you for the raid. What's up, cutie? Getting that Twitch partner says, I never thought this day would come. Here we are. I'm partnered. Thank you to everybody who supported me. I have no words. So big congrats to them on their partnership. Amazing. Guys, I did miss one debut that I want to throw your way really quick. And that was Arbery. Arbery actually ended up debuting. Looks like she stole Charlotte's duck. Yeah, Charlotte, I thought you were supposed to be the duck VTuber. But anyway, this is Arbery. Certainly go check her out. Her debut was yesterday. She looks super duper cute. How was your stream, cutie? Yeah, she looks super duper cute. Not Arby's, Arbery. Arbery. Bro, are you serious? Oh my god. Some events that have happened or are coming up. First up, I want to talk about Pillow Deer, who recently did a big ASMR event, and she raised $35,315 for charity. That is insane, guys. That is absolutely amazing. As you guys remember, she was raising this for animals, right? To help the doggos and the cattos. So, absolutely incredible. What a huge amount of money. Big congrats to Pillow Deer. ASMR for that. Also coming up, guys, just so you know, is this event for Lala. Lala is actually doing a 24-hour birthday party this Friday, September 19th, in a model debut. So, let's take a look. Yeah, new model debut. That's awesome. Big congrats to Lala. Nice to see you. Oh my god, I love the hairstyle already. You're like 2030s Hollywood. Oh bro, that's gonna be sick. Let's fucking go. That looks so good. Bro, that fits her like IRL look that she did, Like, it really fits her IRL look that she had at that, what was it? Did she go see, what was it, guys? It was some anime, right? Anyway, big congrats to Lala. We love her so much, so give her lots of love. In other news, guys, some debuts that you need to look out for coming up. And that is October 11th for Elara. That's right, guys. Elara debuting a new model October 11th. No, I'm kidding. Here's Kaya debuting her new model. Pre-debut, actually, September 23rd on her birthday. Let's take a look. Oh, Demon Slayer. That's right. That's right. Yeah, you're right. Oh, shut the fuck up. Oh, I like the pirate hat. I'm good, David. How are you? Very, very nice. Yeah, Laura never heard of that lady. She sounds cringe. You know, like, sounds cringe as fuck. Plug it, Laura. Look, I'm going to Maple. I'm going to do my best. In other news, guys, let's go take a look here at another debut. And that is coming from Lynn. I've been trying motivational talks as a side gig. Here's a little something for your chat. Why choose to be hard on yourself when you can choose someone who's hard for you? Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Guys, we also have Lynn DeRouge, who is part of this agency here. It says, it's almost my 1 year anniversary. I'm so excited to announce a chibi model reveal as part of the celebrations, Thursday, October 2nd. So you got plenty of time for this one, chat. So write that down. That looks to be an awesome time. Mini debuts. I gotta move my news. I put it over here today. I don't know why. Yeah, why did I do that, chat? Also, we have Dimpa Fish, who's doing their debut coming up September 27th. Let's take a look here at their little trailer. I like their model. I like the tentacles. I love hentai. I love VTuber models that are really cute and wonderful. Anyway, let's go take a look here at this debut. Okay, no, I already did that one. My bad. Wrong link. Oh look, guys. Oh look, tiny VTuber debut. Ooh, this is Leela.
Wait, isn't Elara that controversial tuber that caused Arby's to go bankrupt because she revealed their food was terrible?
Yeah, you did see the VTuber that incited riots to burn down Arby's. So here we have Leela, who is debuting the 20th September in just 3 days at 5 p.m. CEST. Let's take a look. You think we're that easily distracted? We are. Ooh, jingle the keys, jingle the keys. So many awesome debuts. So many awesome debuts. You can't distract. Oh my god, a debut. Oh my god, a hot VTuber model. So there is Leela, chap. So get excited for their debut. Just 2 more to talk about here before we move on to indie news. And that is coming here from Celine Nova, their re-debut. Let's take a look here at their trailer. You ready? Who uses Reddit? Alright, thoughts, I'm in. I'm convinced, chat. I'm in. So that one is going down October 4th, chat, if you are interested in that one. Really, really cool. In other news, guys, just one more debut I want to talk about before we skip over to some indie VTuber news, and that is Robin and Noxie, who are debuting on the 20th of September. Let's take a look. I haven't got to it yet. Winter. Yeah, I haven't talked about it yet. I'll show you here in just a bit. Cute. Like super duper cute. So I need to check that out. Just coming up in 3 days, chat. Yeah, very, very cute. I'm not talked about the Cinder stuff yet. I'm gonna get to it. I promise. Okay, guys, I promise. I got you. So, I want to talk about a little bit of indie VTuber news before we talk about Cinder. So, first up, chat, let's go take a look here at the top of VTubers for Q2. That's at the top. English-speaking VTubers in Q2 for 2025 is my Oshi herself, Zintrea. Let's fucking go, Zin. Let's go, Zin. Yeah. Of course, very closely followed by Biju, Iron Mouse, Inamori, Shylily, Gigi, Admiral Baru, Iris, Hinyam, and Nimi Nightmares. So big congrats. The W for Zin. Let's go. Yeah, W for the geckos. We love her. We love her so much. So, Zintrea's sweet. Zintrea's sweet. Guys, I gotta give you a little bit of some bad news. So just a heads up here. So if we could get some 07s, but a tweet here from Shoko who says today, Rowan passed away. A person who is in her own way was part of our community, sharing stories of her character with her wonderful art and playing Fortnite. Many already knew about the illness she fought for years, from which now she rests today. I know you left your mark as a creator in the community. Sorry, I know you left your mark as a creator in this community. Roro, after speaking with someone you love very much, I take it upon myself to report here. You're no longer with us. You'll be missed so much. And I thank you once again for sharing your beautiful essence on the internet where we met. So I really wish the best for their family and all of their loved ones as well. In other news, guys, this is something pretty controversial, which I know is going to be a big deal for all VTuber friends. So I will cover this more in depth on Friday, but Twitch has now launched an age verification system that requires some users to scan their face to verify their age. Why?
Oh, brother,
Why?
this guy stinks!
Chat, I have a very simple question for you. Very simple question. Do you trust Twitch to privately store your data and protect it well? Do you trust Twitch to protect your data and a picture they take of your face? You better say no, Chad. You better say no. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way, dude. This is wild. This is absolutely wild that we've got to the point where they're doing this. And now look, I know that people are going to say, oh, well, what's the alternative? Well, there are actually plenty of alternatives. There are ways that apps are able to guesstimate your age based on how you answer questions, information, etc. It creates a digital profile for you that bypasses these verification systems. So this is just bad.
Gale, time
This
to
is just
take
bad.
pictures of Norman Reedus.
Yeah, time to get your Norman Reedus pictures out. This is all around us. A horrible, horrible decision. Credit card verification, whatever, right? There's a million other ways to do this. And sadly, chat, Twitch is folding. Now, I do want to give Twitch a little credit in the sense that they are trying to protect minors on the platform from adult content. I get what their intention is, but there's a much better way to do it than this right here. This ain't it, chat.
Blame the
This
UK.
ain't it. Yep. Someone tricked this with a foot of a grown man. Yeah, they did with Norman Reedus. Because his picture on the front of a game is so realistic, it like bypasses the scan. So, or just ban minors. I'm good with that too. You know, so there's definitely a better way. There's definitely a better way. And sadly, this is what things are resorting to, chat. So, in other news, very interesting story to kind of pass across my desk, chat. So, a VTuber agency launches a rental granny business to help young people. That is right. A Japanese VTuber agency actually launched its first ever virtual rental granny service, which allows customers to interact with real-life grandmas aged 75 and above. That's right. So, you know, Japanese headlines often have some pretty extravagant, crazy stuff, right? But customers can rent the Japanese grandmothers to cook for them and do housework. Well, VTuber agency Oda Group has kept up with this theme, but are taking a new direction. So they actually allow users to receive counseling from virtual grandmas. Now, I was like, is this actually true, chat? Is this a real thing? Well, It's true, chat. Here's the Oda Group website for you to take a look at right here. It is absolutely true that they are offering this service as well. So very interesting, very interesting. Yeah, so now you can literally rent a hack. Like, actually, pretty crazy. So I thought it was interesting. I just wanted to share that with all of you. In other news, guys, Kazuna I just released a brand new song. This is a big deal because this is a big part of her comeback as well. So we've kind of seen her ramping back up. Well, she did release her brand new song. So certainly go check that out. But Kazuna I seems to be fully back in a full swing of her content. So very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. In other news, guys, I want to go take a look here at what Doki had to say about a lot of the changes going on with YouTube. As you guys know, YouTube has been doing a ton of changes that alter viewership. A lot of people are kind of feeling the hits of it. So I do want to take a look at what Doki had to say. So I think her opinion is obviously very highly regarded. I mean, I regard her opinion as very valued because I think she's one of the strongest voices in VTubing, right? Very educated. She knows what she's talking about. So anyway, let's listen to what Doki had to say about the YouTube changes, chat.
Just so messed up at the moment with their new algorithm system. New algorithm restriction thing. But the one thing that grinds my gears, oh yeah, and the new like CCV calling thing that they're doing for streams and stuff. Like I had a meeting with my manager because he was like, okay, yeah, so there's like new changes and stuff. Like he was telling me about new changes. And one of the things that that they did was that you had to do like so many requirements for YouTube to consider you as not a bot.
Like, even like for me, chat, like I've been talking with my manager. Thanks to the hype turn, y'all. Appreciate you. I've been talking with my manager pretty much religiously about this because it's something that we have been trying to focus on and figure out because it's just it's a huge hit, right, chat? It's a huge adjustment to how we create content and how we use YouTube.
Because when you're marked as a bot, you don't count as a viewer to the stream, so it doesn't count to VOD views or like CCV views, and you have to like the stream, chat.
So basically, chat, like if you essentially if YouTube now thinks you're a bot, if you're using like ad blockers and stuff like that, it just goes, oh, guess what, you're a bot. Literally, yeah, it does not like lurkers. There's a lot of information that is basically preventing YouTube from not wanting to count you as somebody that watches the video, right? So you have to almost prove to them that you're not a bot, right? And it does affect our viewership.
In it and other stuff. I don't
know.
Yeah,
you have to like, you really have to prove to YouTube now you're not a bot.
That's not what grinds my gear the most. What grinds my gear the most is that they changed the shorts algorithm. So when I'm scrolling through shorts, people are abusing this new hashtag thing where like, you know, yeah, that sucks and all, but like, you know what actually grinds my gears that's not related to my career? So when you're looking
Bro,
at
she's so right.
YouTube shorts,
yes, chat, you're all AI. I got some bad news.
They're spamming like specific hashtags, and when you're scrolling,
yeah, Astra, sadly the we talked about this last Friday, but yeah, I'll mention it to you again. Sadly, chat, Twitch has been too aggressive with their botting coverage, their AI system that catches bots. It's been too aggressive.
and browse when you're like, you know, scroll down for more shorts, they only give you videos with that hashtag because it's a trending hashtag. But
yeah,
the thing is,
it can be unrelated.
Random ass AI
yeah, it can be totally
videos,
unrelated.
spam abusing the short, and that's why it's trending. So I've been getting like videos that are not even part of my, like, are not even like the videos I usually watch, but yeah, they're basically bot farming.
Thanks, Graham.
So
I was
that,
really
you know,
concerned
going
about
back
it.
from trying to watch my
Really
YouTube
concerned
stuff, I
about
get
it.
some goddamn
That's just a bunch of bots here for the Milkies. Yeah, Pocket is the Milkies bot. I knew it, guys. You just want my Milkies to power your AI systems. I knew it.
shit on my timeline because they all just are like bot farmers farming this like hashtag, and then they're all like so random too. Sometimes
they're
like
just totally
Reddit
unrelated
stories,
to
but there aren't even
the actual
Reddit
like
stories.
hashtag.
They just like made they like add ChatGPT to make a fake Reddit story, then they put like random clips over the voiceover of this Reddit story, but it's
Yep.
not even a real Reddit story.
Yep.
They actually AI generated these stories.
They chat GPT the story and they're just like,
So
they're like, oh,
weird.
check out this
And
Reddit story,
so,
but it
like,
never
my
came from
YouTube
Reddit.
stories is
It's just
now,
a
like,
chat GPT story.
corrupted by these random
It's AI creating fake stories, and then they create shitty AI shorts around the fake stories.
hashtag videos. It's
Oh my god,
actually
it's
so
wild.
goddamn annoying. But yeah, no, the other stuff also
It's
sucks
wild.
too, I guess.
You're here for
The
milkers
other
and
stuff
squeaky
also
laughs.
sucks,
That's it.
But it's
Wow, that's all you're here for? That is so sad, chat. Can we get 10 gifted subs? Corvo clearly just hates me.
ruining
Wow,
my
I
procrastination.
can't believe you, Corvo. You just hate me, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the other stuff
Yeah,
sucks
no.
in my career.
I will say that YouTube is targeting stuff to get rid of the AI slop. They are doing a good job of that, but it's too aggressive now because it's getting rid of a lot of real viewers, right? And that's what sucks.
And shit. But also, how am I supposed to be in the bathroom watching my YouTube shorts if they're not giving me good quality shorts?
How could this happen to me, chat?
Ruined.
How could this
It's the
happen to
same
me?
on Twitch as well. It's like, they did like this massive calling of bots for Twitch as well. But I feel like YouTube went like a whole different, like, extreme level. They went in a more extreme level.
I
than
think
they
Twitch is
did
more extreme,
with
personally.
Twitch, and actually like affected the regular viewer versus just bots.
I mean, I think Twitch did the same thing, you know, which is really, really sad. But either way, I think Jadoki's absolutely right. The epidemic of bots and fake stuff is a big problem, right? So we do need to address the slop, right? The AI slop. But at the same time, if it's too aggressive, it's taking away from actual viewers. It's taking away from our revenue. I mean, chat, I will tell you, a lot of people right now, their viewership is just down. Like, it's way, way down. So really, really sucks. I do hope the best for everybody that we're able to weather this storm right now, because it's rough. It's rough. In other news, chat, it's time for another model comparison. That's right, chat. It's been a while, so we might as well have another one here. This person, the original poster, P says, "Is it just me, or does UA's new model look like Baus?" What? What? It doesn't even look class. It's like the colors, maybe a little bit. And even still, it's like different blues. Like, what are you talking about? Bro, I'm so tired of this comparison thing, dude. Can we stop with this? Like, can we please just move on with our lives about this stuff, chat? I am so over this, man. Yeah, I'm just so over this, chat. It's wild. It's wild. So, I just want to point this out to you, chat. Please don't do this. Please don't be part of this problem. You know, even people are going on like, what are you, for real? I'm so confused. I don't see the similarities. Yeah.
Trying to do Twitch partner. She was 74.5 before Twitch bot thing started, and she lost about 10.
Yeah, absolutely. That sucks, Rarin, and it's absolutely a thing that's happened. Yeah, they're both VTubers, so, you know, they're the same. They have skin, so it's the same. They have eyeballs and a mouth. They're all the same. They copied each other. Bro, I just, like, I can't. Please call this type of behavior out, chat. Like, you know, be like, this is not okay to keep doing this, you know? Can we please just stop? Or we could rip and tear. Not a deer. Okay, no, I'm actually a deer. I'm not even gonna fight it. I'm not even gonna fight it. That poster was like they love furries, so it's basically, yep. Literally. So dumb, so dumb. Shut up. I thought you were
Isn't
a
reporting
Kieran.
that
What's a
someone
Kieran?
made an arbitrary comparison between
Yeah,
two
well, what is a
models, like
Kieran?
reporting that rain is still wet at this point?
Yeah, right? Oh my god. How could the rain be wet? I can't believe this. Yo, what's up, Camellia? How are you? Good to see you, kitty. Welcome on in. We're talking about a little bit of indie VTuber news. We're about to talk about Sinder here in just a moment. So, this is a weird call out, right, chat? Well, I want to talk to you about an even weirder call out. And that is this one here, coming from the VTube Wire. Now, I don't really know who this is. I think they're kind of newer. It says your direct source for VTuber news. Is this really a source of news with this kind of stuff here? So let's take a look. Anyone that has done art rigging or editing for, Lulu, posting saying, I've done editing for blank. It allows the people who want to find the artists, editor, riggers to find you with ease. Instead of being hidden behind a paywall, this is just insane that we are gatekeeping our creatives. Hashtag drama. Cost per month is $375. Okay, because this is her management services, sure. Access to artist, riggers, editor recommendations collected across 3 years of experience as a full-time VTuber. What do you, the community, think about this? Is it okay to hide your creatives behind a paywall, or is this just a bad look? Guys, he's not hiding it behind a paywall. Like, these are people that she has worked with, that she is gonna recommend to you as just part of all of her extensive knowledge. Like, what are you talking about? She's not hiding it behind a paywall. That's stupid. Like, I'm sure on her profile, you can easily find like her own model and stuff like that. This is, I really don't like when people do this stuff, where they do these call outs over nothing. Yeah, this is literally a nothing burger, dude. They just try, I mean, literally, they're trying to make drama. Like, it's right there, you know? So let's see. Sprinkster says, Little offering management services wasn't selling access to artists, riggers, or editors in the sense of a paywall. He was highlighting that part of her value as a manager is knowing who's reliable, talented, professional with years of experience. Absolutely. Sprinkster's right. That's just a standard part of management, talent, rep work. Absolutely. Lulu goes on to say, this is a management service. I'm a manager. I'm not following Lulu. I spend hours helping VTubers with their socials, tagging, reviewing their statistics, spending time on calls, help people grow. Understand most managers are not experienced VTubers. That is my selling point. Please look into what VTuber managers are before getting offended. 100% agree with you, Lulu. This is such a nothing burger. Oh, you're hiding it behind a paywall. So are you hiding your services of helping people behind a paywall? Like, by your logic, you shouldn't charge anything for helping people. You know what I mean? Like, that makes no sense. I just like, oh look, I've never worked with Lulu personally, but I will tell you, as somebody who does a lot of consultation work, right, I have heard wonderful things about Lulu. For people that have worked with Lulu, they say nothing but nice things. So I would feel pretty safe, recommending Lulu to somebody. You know what I mean? So, yeah, exactly. By that logic, you should not get paid for any work that she does, period, because it's paywalling. Anyway, chat, go support Lulu. This is just, again, a nothing burger. I saw this going around. I'm like, why? It's so dumb. So dumb. In other news, guys, we do have a cool VTuber app. I checked this out a long time ago, but there is a app. It was called, I'm trying to remember. I think it's called Motion. Yeah, it's actually being revived as what's called MXM. It's a fully offline edition designed to live forever. No servers or shutdown risk. So I want to show you this app. It's actually a really cool alternative for
Meet MXM,
VTubing.
ultimate VTubing and virtual production tool reimagined.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. I messed around with it one
is
time.
A powerful VTubing and virtual production
No,
toolkit
you're totally good,
that puts the
Amo.
power of 3D creation
Absolutely, I
in your
appreciate
hands.
your insight.
Build, stream, and own your 3D scenes, fully offline, so your creations can live forever.
I remember checking
With
this out a
MXM,
long
you can
time
create
ago.
Stunning 3D worlds with drag and drop simplicity. Broadcast with setup as easy as plug and play, or as in-depth as an elite professional. Import and export 2D assets.
Yeah, you can just make like a
images and
3D
videos,
world.
plus 3D models
Import,
with
export
full
like
FBX,
2D.
OBJ,
It's really,
VFX,
really
and
nice.
VRM support.
Got a lot of like
And
pre-built
MXM is
assets
fully
in it.
offline capable,
It's really,
so
really
you can
cool.
create anywhere, anytime.
If you want to, guys, I highly recommend you
Native
check out
3D
MXM. One kind of turn off for me was it was server based, but now you can literally just hop on there whenever you want. So really, really cool. You know, it has an offline edition, so I would definitely recommend it. Certainly go check it out because they are funding for it. You know, to hit that funding goal. So go check it out. In other news, guys, I'm sure you're familiar if you've ever watched my VTuber news. We've often talked about this creator named Alpine Show. And Alpine Show really does some amazing, amazing stuff in the VTuber scene. He's really pushing the limits of what VTubing can do. Wow. He's actually made a new software called Project Carnival. You can actually import video files. And it's not much impressive, but considering I'm a non-programmer, I'm proud of the progress so far. So let me show you what this does. It's actually really, really cool because it kind of brings this to life, almost like in a claymation sort of sense. It's really cool.
Testing, testing. Hello. So I can move the mouse right over here or here, and it'll change the directions. There's more directions and keyframes I have to animate, but I just have that for now. And yeah. And then we have, you could choose what microphone you have. But yeah, this is all I have for now for Project Carnival, which is my very own Vtuber software. We'll see if it can grow. We'll see.
It's really, really cool, chat. Of course, like, guess this thing with the face tracking. I'll show you this as well. Yeah, see how it like
Testing
detects?
face tracking.
It's really, really cool. So I definitely gotta say he is often pushing the boundaries of VTubing in some really cool ways. So certainly go check him out. And I'll keep you up to date on this program when it does come out. So it's something that I wanted to mention to all of you here really quick, chat. Is taking a look here at something Vexoria had to say, which I thought was a very good point. This is coming from her not safe for work account. But nonetheless, guys, I think this just kind of speaks to boundaries as a whole. So I want you to listen to what DR is going to read this for us. But I think it's really important. For anybody that's been here, you guys know, like, I have boundaries. I think you guys all remember that one time you crossed my boundaries. And I think it's important as a VTuber to establish your boundaries, but also to hold your viewers accountable to stay within those boundaries as well. So anyway, let's take a look at what happened, because I think it's a great point.
I wanted to have a serious talk with you all about something that
I
happened
think
on
this
my
is a great
NSFW
point.
stream last night that was fun for a bit but now has crossed a boundary and doesn't make things fun for me anymore. Last night at the start of stream, when I first appeared on screen and asking if you were excited for the stream, a bunch of you started asking for Zolan instead. Yes, it's fun to do things with my partner on stream, with his consent, but also it doesn't make me personally feel good when you guys ask for him and him alone, especially when I was asking about things about me. There have been times when I'm being flirty and sexual with you guys, and instead you ask for Zolan or ask what he would do for you instead. Sure, it can
That's
be
a little
joke,
weird.
but it also has really gone
Yeah,
on
I
long
think you
enough
just took the
and
joke
really
too
makes
far.
me feel unwanted and unattractive during an NSFW stream. Imagine you get up on stage in front of a bunch of people, and they go, "We want this person instead."
Yep.
It hurts. It sucks. It doesn't make me want to do this anymore.
I think a lot of time, chat, there's some instances where, I'll give you an example. So I've seen a lot of times where people are like, oh yeah, like, you know, my chat bullied me too much and it was too much for me and I broke down and I cried. I read those tweets all the time, chat. And sadly, I think that there's two parts of it. So one, you gotta make sure you set your boundaries, right? But number two, chat often thinks that a joke is so funny they'll just keep going with it until it's like beating dead horse in the ground, right? Like, and it's really sad because we're people too, you know what I mean? Like, I think you guys have to remember that sometimes the stuff you say can hurt people, right? I think it comes from both of us, right? Like, number one, you gotta read the room, but number two, we also have to set our boundaries, and that's exactly what Vex is doing here, which
This
I think
is
is
just
great.
to say, jokes are great but sometimes they go too far. I'm putting myself out there in an intimate fashion in front of a lot of people, and to be cast aside feels bad and being compared feels worse. No one
Yep.
should be made to feel that way. I almost ended stream immediately because of the way it made me feel.
And again, nobody should be made to feel that way, right? Because that's your streamer, right? Whether it's not safe for work or, you know, whatever content, right? You should
I
still
hope
be
you
kind
all
and
can
support them.
understand where I'm coming from on this. I want to get up there and be sexy for you. I want to have fun. Normally NSFW streams make me feel sexy as fuck. But that did not. So I'm asking for it to
Yep.
stop. Thank you for your understanding. Folded hands emoji. We have an NSFW baking stream next week. I hope we can move past this and have fun there together.
So guys, always respect your streamer's boundaries. Read the room. Like, it's not. It's sometimes a joke needs to remain a joke. Chat. I think a lot of time people just go way too far with it. And I think you guys just need to remember that we're people too, right? We're people behind the models, and just going in and just blasting us all the time is like, you know, it can be a problem. And I'm very outspoken. I'll tell you my boundaries. Like that one time that I told you and you guys didn't respect it, you know, I did get upset, and rightfully so. You know, then I told you and you guys have never done it again. So it's back and forth, right? It's communication. We're all human, but don't be rude, you know. Remember, like we're here to entertain, but we're not your punching bag either. So just remember that. All right, chat. Now, before we get into our story about Sinder, I just want to remind all of you guys, you know, we had a very good discussion about this at the start, but I'll kind of reiterate if you weren't here. You know, I think everybody deserves a second chance. I think more time needs to go by for Sinder to kind of prove herself, but we are not the ones to forgive her, right? Only the people that were affected by this can be the ones to forgive her, right? The Pyro Pups, her fans, Bao, Spite, Silvervale, all the people that were directly affected by this. So just remember that. But we have seen more appearances from Sinder, right? We've seen her kind of come back for random little things here and there. I don't think that it's far-fetched to believe that yeah, I don't think that it's far-fetched to believe that Sinder will return one day. You know what I mean? Like, I think that ultimately it's gonna happen, right? I think it's just when it's gonna happen, and that's what we have to question, right? So regardless how you feel about Sinder, I want you to remember, guys, like there's two things, right? So I don't think that you can be on one side where it's like, oh, we just whatever you do wrong, we don't care, we still love you. Like, no, you gotta hold people accountable, right? But also there's the other side of, you know, I fucking hate you, you're the worst person in the world, you know, and not allow people to better themselves and right their mistakes, right? So I think we got to fall somewhere in between. You can hope that somebody improves, but you can also be hesitant about it, right? And I think that's a very fair place to fall. Well, Cinder actually did briefly come back, very briefly, for her birthday the other day. So of course she said thank you for her birthday wishes. And of course I'll post this scene from One Piece. Apparently, upon my research, this dance is meant to signify no matter like how hard things get in the anime. I don't know, I've never watched One Piece, but in the anime it signifies a dance that is like no matter how hard things are, you keep pushing through. So she did come back. Of course, a lot of people wished her thank you and said thank you for the birthday wishes. The Pyro Pups, the Joy Boy dance, got you. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I just somebody told me what it meant, so I'm like, oh, okay, I got you. So, so kind of indicating that she might be pushing through to come back. That's a little bit of like a tinfoil hat, so you don't have to take that with a grain of salt, right? But while she was for her birthday, the Pyro Pups actually ended up doing a level 32 hype train offline. So that is right. Even though she was not streaming, they hit her a level 32 hype train. Pyro Pups tweeting out in front of Pyro Pups Center. You didn't just show up, you exploded with love, support, and sheer Pyro Pup power. From subs to cheers, from heartfelt messages to roaring emotes. You came together in one unforgettable wave of celebration for Cinder's birthday. This wasn't just about a number, it's a message. We're still here, we still believe We still care deeply. Thank you to every single one of you who joined, cheered, subscribed, simply shared the moment. You turned a birthday wish into a blazing reality. Let's carry this energy forward, not just today, but every day. So, I think a lot of people, look at this with a negative connotation, right? They're like, how are you going to support somebody that did all these horrible things, so on and so forth, right? It's tough to say, right? Because these people obviously care about her and want to support her still, but I think also there needs to be some accountability, right? Like I don't want to tell these fans that they can't like the VTuber that they want, because that's not my call, right? But I do think that there needs to be more of an accountability held here. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's their money and they can do whatever they want. You know what I mean? Like, wait, you can't tell somebody what to do. It's their decision. They can do whatever they want, right? But I don't want them to be disillusioned by a streamer that maybe doesn't actually care about them. You know what I mean? Looking at the stuff that she's done to people, I personally would not want to be somebody that would want to give my money to her, right? So I like, it's not my place to judge anybody, right? But I feel like this is maybe a little misplaced. And I don't want to go after any Pyro Pups. Because again, if you want to support her still, that is your choice. And if you love Cinder that much, that's fine. But I think that if you are a true fan, right, you truly love Cinder, right, and you want for her to be a better person, right, you also have to hold her accountable for the actions that she admitted to committing, right? Does that make sense, chat? And I really don't want to put these people down. I really, really don't. Because they clearly care about their streamer. And I love that type of community, right? They really love Sinder, right? But like, I don't want them to put their faith in... Like, I guess I'm more like worried for them, if that makes sense. Like, I'm more worried that they're going to give themselves away to something. And to somebody that may not prove to improve themselves, Yeah, I'm worried about it. And again, it's not my place to judge or tell them where to spend money. They can do whatever they want. But, no, I just feel like I'm just worried about it, Being good to your Oshi means also holding them accountable. Exactly. Like, right, exactly. Like, guys, if I fucked up, I want you guys to hold me accountable for it. Like, come down on me and be like, Elara, you fucked up. Like, you need to, like, say you're sorry or whatever, right? Like, I hope that you will be... Instead of just like, yeah, streamer, yeah. Like, you'll tell me I mess up, I would hope that the R Army would do right by me in that sense. So, and I know a lot of people looked at this with very negative connotation. Some people were saying like, yeah, she's streaming notes offline. Some people were like, yeah, that's awesome. Only sad about offline chat is trying to get into offline chat. Some people were saying, get it, she's back with assist. Peak. Again, a lot of people want to still support her, but I think that there needs to be a little bit of hesitancy, right? Let her prove to us that she has changed and done better, and then you can, of course, go into that. So, but I know a lot of people are just like, yeah, no. Can you come get banned for offline hype train? Twitch used to flag accounts for it. They used to think they were bots, but they've since fixed it. There's so many people you can support, you can love her all you want, but you cannot deny what she was awful. I think that's a great way to look at it, Panther, right? So, I just hope this is not, like, people that are, like, so, like, I don't know the right word. I don't want to use brainwash. That's not the right word, but, like, they're just not willing to see the truth, Anyway, I'm going to let you know about this, chat. I do think that, again, inevitably we will see Cinder come back, regardless. It's going to happen one day, for better or for worse, so I just hope it's for better, And I hope that this is not to take advantage of them. Obviously, she did not ask for this to happen, so, she's definitely clear of that, right? But we'll see. We'll definitely see, chat. Very interesting, very interesting. What's your thoughts about all this? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's needed? Do you think it's not needed? What do you think, chat? Yeah, maybe. I know some people are that way, Gage. I will say this. No matter what happens, somebody always believes the opposite. I mean, look at flat earthers, you know, like, flat earthers are just like, nah, the world's flat, even though there's, like, so much proof, you know? There's always naysayers, it doesn't matter what it is. You can have all the proof in the world and people won't believe it. I think we would never have this space to go. Hard world to live in, yeah. I mean, again, I want her to, inevitably, I want her to make a return, right? And I hope that she will improve herself, right? I really do hope that she will come back and improve herself. But what do you mean the world is flat? Fuck you. What's up, Kaza? Can we get a shout out for Kaza, please? I really, really do hope that we will see improvement for her when she does come back, though. I just wish her the best. Yeah, I wish any, like, harm or bad things towards her. It's just like, I'm holding her accountable as a VTuber person, right? That reports on stuff. I'm holding her accountable for the stuff that she admitted that she did, right? So, as former pirate pup, I can only hope she learns. Yep. Absolutely, absolutely. People need to take accountability and live their lives. We can be wary and encourage you to do better, but I don't love making it impossible for people to live their lives too. The final goal is to overcome the past and do better in the future. The pirate pups want to believe in this. Also, the pirate pups won't forget what happened. We want to forgive her over time and her future actions, right? I think Metal Gunner, like, that's fine. I think that if I was in your shoes, right, like, I want to believe for a better future and stuff, right? I'm still gonna have that hesitancy of where's the proof in the pudding, right? Like, show me the evidence. Let me see it, and then I'll believe you, you know? By the way, did you see the Spite document stuff recently? No, what happened with Spite's document? Did she add to it or did it get deleted? I feel like Flat Earthers was one of the things that started as a joke. But then many people jumped in and deleted. Gotcha. Interesting. I mean, maybe she just wants to move on past it, you know? Yeah, maybe she just wants to move on past it. I mean, we have screenshots of all of it, but I mean, yeah, maybe she's just tired of people. Like, I will tell you somebody that knows Spite, like, decently. Like, I'm not, like, best friends with her, right? But I know her, and I know her, like, spirit and her intentions, right? He's very anti-drama. He does not like drama, so I think probably, I would argue that it's done its job, and she probably doesn't want people to keep coming to her channel just for that, and so she probably just deleted it. That would be my guess. I really wouldn't call it to the forefront yet. I don't think there's a lot of anything in that. At least that's my opinion. I don't think there's a lot to it, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll give it a few more days before I say anything else. What's up, Alva? How are you? Yeah, I think her deleting it is honestly on par with my expectation of what I would think would happen in the timeline. Like, if you told me, like in the past, if you said Spite's gonna release this and delete it like 5 months later, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds right. You know, I think that makes sense. And for such a big document that probably drives a lot of people to your channel for drama by itself, for somebody that's not drama, I could see why she wouldn't want that in her channel anymore. People already have it. It's already run its course. It's done what it needed to do. I can see why she would do that. What do you think, though, chat? What do you think, though, Casa? Thank you for telling me. I think it's a little... I think I missed it, but apparently somebody said that, so my bad. Yeah, absolutely, Cold. I think that people can change for the better, right? And for this was all like personal relationship, moral obligations, things like that, right? It's not like Sinder committed a crime, so I think she just has a little bit of growing up to do, and I can't really say that as a 24-year-old, but I think. I don't want to like flaunt or be like, oh, I'm so awesome, but like, I think I'm pretty emotionally mature. And even when I looked at the Sinder stuff, I'm like, girl, like, you got a little bit of growing up to do. Did you assume it's dying dumb? I'm not give her this stuff to remind you of a bad moment. Sure. Yeah, it's understandable to me. That's true, Mask. And that was something I mentioned earlier, like, to give her credit. Her stepping away might actually be a positive step in retrospect, right? Her Tricky say a while ago she wants Cinder back. Crazy to say, yeah. I think oftentimes, Dante, like, the other day, I actually got really sad because even though I have like a lot of close friends, earlier this year, I had a situation happen that was really sad for me, and I lost some of my friends, and because of that, the other day I was like, oh my god, like I want to share some really cool stuff going on. I realized I couldn't share that with them, and it's kind of like Tricky said, right? Like it's like you want that person back, but you're never gonna have that person back. It's you what you desire is a memory. It's not. They're never gonna be the same person. I'm sure Tricky said that because I'm sure she wants the person that she knew to come back, right? Like she wanted that relationship that we had with Cinder, which was very personal, right? She knew her personally. I believe they hung out IRL sometimes, right? So I'm sure she wants her friend back, but it may never be the same, I think a lot of people want Cinder back, but it's never gonna be the same person, Exactly. So everyone who's connected to Cinder have removed to audio redeem. Yep. So I think it's from somebody in the outside. I mean, I don't have any weight in it, but I will tell you, it's very difficult. Very, very difficult. I just I think I'm so empathetic. I hurt a lot more because I know how other people feel about it, right, chat? And that's what sucks the most. Maybe the person they missed was never real to begin with. True, it's a memory. Oh, sorry. It's your perception, right? So, yeah, watching people cry about it was the worst, man. I mean, Silvervale, Butt Pup, Turkey, all of them. It was rough. It was really, really hard. I mean, I told you guys, like, I almost quit streaming because of this. I mean, honest, like, it just hurt so much. All of the drama, all of the negativity, dude, it was too much for me. I was just tired. Yeah, it's very true, Boggy. And that's a very fair hesitancy to have, Very, very fair. And again, only you can decide if you forgive her, and also only the people directly affected can decide if they are okay with forgiving her, right? I think their words are more important. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, that is Cinder coming back, chat. And I do also want to tell you about a really bad incidents going on with VTubers being hacked. Unfortunately, guys, Kitsu tweeting out, guys, Rosie Belmo was hacked on Discord and Twitter. This is now added to the list of growing VTubers. Now we have Rosie. Now we have Savi. All been hacked, chat, guys. I really urge you. Two things. So, even if people are your friends, question it in DMs. If they're sending you links, I gotta keep hiccuping. If people send you links, right, chat, make sure that you run it through a website that can check them. Because even coming from friends, you just never know. You never know, guys. Like, don't just willy-nilly click on a link. But unfortunately, guys, Rosie was the newest target. She was actually hacked. She actually lost the entirety of her Discord and her Twitter as well for a bit. So, of course, Rosie is saying, hey, I'm sorry, everyone. This is Rosie Belmu. I'm stupid and got hacked for leaving another VTuber ahead of the game. They were working on what she told me about on Twitter and Discord, guys. Just to remind you as well, had something very similar happen to me, where my admin was hacked, and then we lost everything. My entire Discord, all of it. They had full-on access. So my Discord and Twitter now I don't have access to. I'm receiving threats from the person via email. My Discord is having mods and users kicked. I feel distraught and stupid. I'm sorry. I'm trying to see what I can do. Really sad, chat. This sucks. And of course, I got hacked through Savvy's account. So if you need anything from Savvy, guys, be careful. So I will tell you, I got contacted by Savvy, and I messaged Savvy on Discord. I'm like, is that you? And they're like, oh yeah, it's you. I'm like, nah, you lied to me. So I reported him. Guys, this is Rosie. Got my account back. One person got DM'd in the meantime here. I may still be hacked. And this is the other person that got hacked here, chat, who is Nearline Art. And my Discord is still not my own currently, so do not respond to me in any capacity. I am so sorry for all of this. So, chat, please be careful out there, please. The hacking has been insane lately. A lot of people lost their accounts. Do not click on links, chat. Even if it's from somebody you trust, there are websites that can check that kind of stuff. Yeah, dude, just have your due diligence, chat. It's really scary. I don't want you to lose everything, you know? Yeah, Savvy still doesn't have access. Walk, did Rosie ever get their Discord back? I know Walk knows a little bit more than I do about the situation, but they didn't get their stuff back, did they? Quote, there's lots of ones. Just Google it. Nope. Yeah, see, chat. That's horrible. So be careful out there, chat. This epidemic is crazy. Be careful, chat. All right, let's get into that Corpo VTuber news. First up, chat, I do want to talk about, we'll dive into the outside of the big two here. But first up, guys, coming from Deja Vu. Deja Vu, if you don't know them, they are an interdimensional broadcast station housing virtual talents who bring smiles to everybody. So kind of like between an agency and a group, right? Well, they've actually terminated their partnership with Weiss Wittershin. And the reason for that is pretty extreme. We regret to announce the termination of our partnership with talent Weiss Wittershin, effective back on the 13th. After a thorough internal investigation, we confirmed that Weiss engaged in repeated misconduct, including serious breaches of trust with mismanagement peers, inappropriate interaction with fans, and behavior that negatively affected the well-being of housemates and others. We are aware that Weiss has recently struggled with mental health and has begun seeking professional support. While we acknowledge the importance of approaching these matters with compassion, we must also be clear, mental health struggles do not excuse actions that cause harm to others. So, goodness gracious, chat. That's crazy. That's crazy. If you don't know Weiss here, I'll pull up their model for you. This is them right there. Absolutely crazy, chat. I mean, holy shit. They're gone. They're out of here, chat. They are out of here. Yeah, you can't be doing this types of things, especially with fans. So, in other news, guys, also want to talk about an agency that is going under. That is right. And that is going to be Raindrop Project that actually closed yesterday. Hello, and thank you for your continued support of Raindrop Project. We here after going to inform you that Raindrop Project and Eva X will cease operations and activities as of yesterday. They debuted early 2023 with your generosity and amount of support for Raindrop talents and supporting us, its foundations. We couldn't have done it without you. However, as time passed, we have found a different paths due to different directions, and its talents in it would become difficult for Raindrop Project to manage. So there is another agency that is going under, chat. We've seen so many these past couple of years, even just this year in particular, chat. So very crazy. So this group here, V-Fright, who has open auditions, actually has decided to part ways with Lucy Bob. They said, I will create a new audition post with updated graphics to reflect this change. I will not tolerate hate speech and take this matter seriously. Please do not harass them. I would like to move on going forward. I was able to find the specifics, but allegedly, as I said above, I want to move on for this situation. Just block me, move on. If you disagree with my decision, and is Islamophobia and racism or hate speech, I received concerned DMs about you because of your recent tweets. I simply addressed the issue to explain why I do not want to associate with you anymore. And here are the tweets and question chat as to why they decided to part ways with this person here. Yeah, I think the look speaks for itself, chat. So, you know, that seems like a pretty solid choice there. Yeah, I see where you're coming from on that, V-Fright. I see where you're coming from. Wow, sir. So, yeah. So I thought I would tell you about that, chat. However, despite all the cancellations going on with Specialite, and with Specialite E-In shutdown, well, Specialite GP is actually announced their 4th generation debut made up of Miru, Mumu, Niriko, and of course, Magamo. So let's take a look here at their trailer for that. So Specialite is cooking in JP, but not so much English. MJ, what are your thoughts about that, if I might ask? Yeah, that was... Yeah. Freedom of speech on consequences, yep. They look cute. I love the huge paintbrush. She is by far my favorite Magamori. She's so cute. Yeah, on social media, like with in a group, you can't do that. Yeah, that's just not professional. Not in the least bit, you know, like not this is horrible to think of, period, you know. So do you use nail polish? No. I haven't painted my nails in forever. Like you know why? Because I've had to keep them short. Because I've been playing guitar again, so I haven't been able to throw them out really. Also, in other news, guys, AK Virtual also announced its 5-member male group called Versa. They'll also be debuting coming up on September 26th. So, but more than not a good look for them. I mean, that's just a horrible way to think. So, you know, again, like AK Virtual has had a lot of graduations recently, right? They've lost some talent. So, seems like they're continuing on, pushing forward, endeavoring on with this new male group named Versa. So, we'll keep an eye out for that. I love that Anna mentioned FaZe because I'm actually going to talk about this. FaZe is actually fucking cooking, chat. Holy shit. So Hime's cover of Hero actually just reached 1 million views, chat. Yeah, you did, Mara. 1 million views. That's the first time that a video by FaZe talent has reached that milestone. Absolutely insane.
1, 2,
Yeah, absolutely insane. So, big congrats to them. I like the animation in it. It's really good. Yeah, it's really, really good. So, anyway, chat, big congratulations to Hime on their cover. Very nice. Very nice. In other news, chat, I gotta talk about Ninja Sanji a second, so don't lose your mind. Ninja Sanji recently announced a new wave. That is right. JP announced a Splaya. Oh, I said it right. Splaya, which is a 4-member boys high school idol wave, which will be debuting in just 2 days. Let's take a look. Just 2 days. Negligible. I mean, it's a new wave, chat. High school idol wave, so I mean, it's pretty cool. Yeah, more boys. You love to see it. Male VTubers in this economy. Nah, I love it. Let's go. We love that. Alright, TLDR, Sinder came back for her birthday. And she had an offline hype train. Yeah, very soon, chat. Very, very soon. So, I was there for that. Gotcha. Well, what are your thoughts about it, Mario? Because we were talking about like the Pyro Pups holding her accountable for her actions, right? So a lot of people are kind of divisive on the hype train and stuff like that. That's kind of what we were talking about. Yes, we need more boys. Absolutely. Guys, I told you that Scarlett was doing a very interesting stream where she well, I don't know how to tell you this, but she measured the pH of her I don't know how to tell you this, chat. Well, Scarlett decided to measure the pH level of her yeah, you know, let's just watch a clip. Let's just watch a clip.
Okay, this is actually comical. Bro, it is like, God's like, no. Okay. Right, we gotta hurry up before the internet goes. 3, 2, 1.
her nether regions. Her nether regions.
I don't know if it did anything. I don't know if I did it right. Ah! 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 I dropped it. Somebody dropped it.
She dropped it.
I gotta do
No
another
fucking
one. Oh,
way.
I dropped it. Oh, I literally dropped it. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, chat, I dropped it. Oh no.
I love her too. She's so scrubbed. She's my favorite. She is Ninja Sanji for me.
I dropped it. Oh my
That- Chat, don't even think about it. Don't even ask me, chat. Don't you even ask me. Don't even look at me, chat. Don't even look at me. Scarly is all of Ninja Sanji for me. I love her so much. She is absolutely incredible. So very interesting stream for sure. Very cursed. Very blurst. Very blurst. All right, let's go take a look here at Hollow Live to kind of wrap our things up for today, chat. I told you I didn't have a lot of news today. I'm sorry, but it's been quiet, all quiet on the VTuber front, which I guess is good. So Carly was measuring the pH level of her vagina. Anyway, so we do have a Hollow Live acoustic concert coming up in just 4 days on the 21st, and of course has a ton of awesome talents. So get excited for the acoustic live. This will be a good one. This will be a good one. Yeah, in case you didn't really get what I was saying earlier. That's what she was doing. Another news, guys. Plakora is also going to be debuting her new outfit coming up September 22nd. This looked very like almost like rock coded, you know, kind of like punk rock kind of vibe to it. Almost like I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of like what to like categorize this as. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with punk. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with punk. But tell me what you guys think of this. It looks really good. Speaking of new outfits, guys, Subaru also had their 7th anniversary, which is absolutely insane. 7 years, chat. They had a new outfit, all kinds of new stuff. So let me show you those new outfits. They look really good. Subaru. Yeah, kind of like a Hatsune Miku kind of vibe. But anyway, here is their new outfits celebrating 7 years. Big congratulations to your favorite duck. Very, very cute outfits. Love them. Another news as well, guys. Ina actually opened up what's called the Ina Academy. It's looking for your art submissions for a feedback stream. Entries were due yesterday, so if you didn't get it, well, you're not getting in it. But I'll definitely know. I'll let you know when this is. But she's gonna be giving art feedback, which I think is super duper cute. She's a really, really good artist too. So I'm very excited to see. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Leave me alone, chat. In other news, guys, Matsuri is actually looking for smaller streamers. We don't know what this is for, but she did tweet out, loose recruitment. The time for discovering VTubers is approaching. This time we are recruiting only independent VTubers with channels of 10,000 subscribers or fewer. Please send a reply with a streaming archive, short video, or anything else that showcases your talents. So very, very exciting. If you are a smaller streamer, certainly go check this out. We don't know what it's for, but maybe it's for a stream, a video, I don't know. But it's really cool that they're involving smaller indies, so certainly go check it out. Guys, the honey I used today was like real honey, right, chat? It actually had like wax in it. So the beeswax is like all hardened on the top of my teeth. It's like weird, like floaty things in my teeth. It's kind of weird. In other news, guys, I do also want to let you know about a crossover here with Goddess Order. First up here is with Fubuki. Fubuki, of course, is going to be part of Goddess Order in the HoloLive collab this time, except she's going to be doing the OST release for it. So we do have OST featuring Fubuki and Korean VTuber Hebe are going to be part of this OST together for the game. So that is really, really cool. To see on top of that, guys, Mori Calliope is also going to be part of this collab as well. And she's actually looking to be in the game itself. So really, really cool. So if you're a Goddess Order fan, certainly go check it out. Really, really nice. Speaking of Mori, Kiwawa and Maury have been doing ads for their brand new concert coming up. And let me just say, chat, for the Mid 5 Years concert coming up. Let's just see, these ads are very yeah, let me just play it for you. Let me just play it for you. All right. I'll admit the Kiwawa one is a little bit the Mori one is pretty funny, but this one right here is it's extra. You know, just let me get a hand check, chat. Let me get a hand check for the Kiwawa one. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I thought this was a fan animation. I literally thought this was a fan animation and not an actual HoloLive. The redeem is crazy, chat. Are you serious? Oh my god. Kiwawa stole my cherry, chat. She stole my cherry. Oh my god. Yeah, I was like, that's an official HoloLive animation? No fucking way. No fucking way. My mind was blown, bro. So, yeah, definitely get excited for the, Mid 5 Year concert coming up to whatever it's called. I forget what it's called. The Fortune Spinner. That's it. Insane. In other news, guys, I do want to let you know about a hiatus, and that is coming from Akai Haido. Akai Haido is actually taking a month off from streaming, so wish them the best. On their small break that they have. A month is really not a small break, but, you know, they're Holo first gen, I believe. I think they're first gen, right? Yeah, they're first gen. So, I think they've been streaming for quite a long time. So, give her a break. Give her a break. Now, Chop, let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen HoloLive in Dark Souls ever cross over, chat? I know that sounds crazy, but it's a legitimate question. No, so I've seen Maury play Dark Souls 3 a few times, right? However, what I am blown away by, chat, is the fact that Liza P and Hollow Stars had a very interesting interaction. That is right. So, going over here to Machina Flayon of Hollow Stars, they ended up covering Feel from Liza P.
I feel good. Just want you step with me,
And because of that, chat, Liza P, Japan actually retweeted it. It brings back memories, doesn't it? That scene, that voice, that expression, a cover song of Feel, it touches the heart. That's crazy, bro. Liza P and Hollow Stars interacting was not on my list for 2025, but here we are, chat. Like, that's so cool, right? That's so cool. I know my mind was blown. I'm like, bro, there's no fucking way. But here you are, chat. There it is. So, absolutely insane. The crossover that we needed, huh, chat? That was the crossover that we needed, actually. I think that's so cool. I love that. I think that's amazing. Well, chat, that's it. That's the end of the show. I told you guys. I told you all. I didn't have a lot of news today. There wasn't a lot going on in our VTuber world, which I guess is like a good thing, right? Like, no news is good news, right? So I tried to put together as big a show as I could for you today, but wow, only 2 hours of yapping. That kind of it, guys. Wow. I know. I wish I had more. I wish I had more to give you, but that's it, guys. I mean, I don't have any more news for you, which is pretty crazy. But I'm making mecha art of you. Oh my god, what? that dude's be sounded pretty scary. So, well, let me know how that goes. You know, I don't want anything gets a calm before the storm, but you know, it might be. So, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. Guys, I want to hear your suggestions for who we should raid today. I'm gonna let you guys decide who we raid. Yeah, give me your suggestions. The Elara Gundam. Hell yeah, brother. Um, so, I think this is the quiet before the storm. I agree, but you know, we're gonna enjoy it while we can. So, I hope that you all have a fantastic rest of your day. A derpy do VT. Who the hell is that? Let me look at this person. Derpy do VT. They're playing Borderlands here. Dream Siege, who is that? I want to give all your suggestions a fair shot. I'm not gonna raid some big giant streamer though. Yeah, I'm not gonna raid some big giant streamer. We rated her the other day, Color. Yeah, we rated her the other day, so let's see. I should make like a point redeem for this. She's at Echomore's not even live right now. Yeah, they're not even live right now. Yeah, guys, pick somebody that's live. Glasses Journal, who is that? Is this who I think it is? Oh yeah, no, I know. Oh, I know glasses. I keep that. All right, let's read glasses. That seems like a good idea. Let's do that. Yeah, let's read glasses. Let's do that. That seems great. All right, labs, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all of you. Have a lovely rest of your day. Please take care of yourselves. Don't work too hard, guys. I really hope that you have a good one. I'm sorry today was short, but that's all I got. I can't make the news. So, I will see you all tomorrow, guys. We are going to be doing Fortnite with Sirac and Ia. So, I think it's going to be awesome. I will play Fortnite forever. So, if you want to come make fun of me because I'm really bad at shooters, tomorrow's the day for that. So, I will see you all tomorrow, guys. Please have fun with classes. YouTube, thank you for tuning in. Twitter, thank you for tuning in. My YouTube friends, thank you so much. I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, cuties, have a good one. Which as always, thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, take care.